What's Bonkin, gamers? Welcome back to another episode of Anxiety Team. I am Robyn, and with me are my best friends and co-hosts, Jolly and Question. How are you two doing today?
I'm here.
I'm doing good.
Frick yeah.
I wasn't sure. I had to ask myself. I was like, wait, what happened?
What happened?
Am I okay?
We were chatting for a while, so to be fair. For context, What's Bonkin was a greeting that somebody in Persona did, and I thought it was really funny. So yeah.
What's Bonkin?
I'm also doing okay. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always good when we're recording. It's always a good day. But yeah, anything new with you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't want to go first. I guess I'll go first. So I've just... When is this happening? I just finished editing the episode 0, our first ever recorded episode.
Yay!
I had a bit of a crash out during that process, as Robyn and Jolly well know.
Witnessed.
So I was really upset about the audio quality because we're recording on my garbage microphone for my YouTube channel.
On my garbage computer.
On your garbage computer.
In my garbage room.
In your garbage room. I didn't think it was gonna be like too bad, because I was like, well, if it just like sounds a little bit, it was variable. It was very variable, and that's what was concerning. Thankfully, I had my dad's help with Audacity. Audacity's nuts, and he helped me get it to a semi-acceptable level. So hopefully, it's good enough.
I listened to it. It sounded pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, like, there's a little bit of echo. Like, granted, it's not like we're recording in an actual
Yeah, that doesn't
studio.
bother me too much since we're in a room. But
Yeah.
I was worried about the peaks and valleys of the...
Yeah. I mean, we get really... Specifically me, I laughed pretty loud, and the mic was also really close to me.
Mm-hmm.
And there were times where both of us were laughing at the same time, Jolly and I. So it was very loud a lot of the time. But...
We're just loud people.
We are. When we're together.
Yeah.
Like, obviously we mask and stuff for work, but, you know, sometimes we just let it all out,
Sometimes you just gotta scream.
Exactly. Do you remember when we first started playing Minecraft? Or, like, just multiple games, and I would just straight up, like, just start screaming or something.
Yeah.
And, like, my brother would come down, and he'd be like, Robyn, can you turn it down? Be like, yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. And, 'cause I just don't think about it. I'm just naturally loud when I'm around other people, you know. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have more that's been going on.
Yeah?
You guys know, I started, finally, updating my main data pack that I've created, Better Survival, to the modern day Minecraft updates.
Yay!
So we're finally gonna get the happy ghasts and the copper golems and all that jazz.
Dude, we're stuck in the past.
We have been in 1.20.4
When did that
for
come
7
out?
updates, apparently.
Oh my god.
7. I thought it was like 4.
Is that like
7.
2020, like, what, 2020?
Oh.
Like, do you know what, like,
when
year
that
was?
released? I don't know.
That's...
I could look it up at some point.
I have on my computer. What was it?
1.20.4.
7 updates ago, yeah.
7 updates. It's about to be 8.
That's crazy.
Mounts of Mayhem is coming out.
December
this year.
2023. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought, but, like, that's still
still-
kind of crazy.
That's like, well, not quite, because December, but...
December
Almost.
7th.
Oh, because we're... Duh. You're right. You are smart. I am not. Anyway, I'm updating that. It's been going decent so far. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I wrote my shit down like it was a fucking story, dog.
Story time.
So, I just have like 2 things. They're both dumb. One's a dream, and then the other one's just like a thing. I noticed. It doesn't mean anything. I was just like, oh, that's goofy. I get nothing happens to me ever.
Ever.
But I was listening to a song called "Are You Mine" by Arctic Monkeys, and I was just listening to it the other day on Spotify. And I usually just have music on in the background while I do other shit, but I was just bored, so I like had it open on my computer, and I just had the lyrics playing. And, you know, I was just, like, humming along or whatever, and I was just singing to it, and, there are some lines that are sung in the background.
Yeah.
And the lines are you mine tonight? Or, no, are you mine tomorrow, or just mine tonight? For the past, like, 3 years, that I've been listening to this song, I always thought the lyrics were, are you mine to hold, or just mine to know?
Oh. That's
Very-
freaky. I feel like those are very different.
They're very different. I feel like if
Yeah.
you, like, listen to it, though, it kind of just doesn't sound like what the lyrics say they're saying. I don't know.
Maybe that was
They
on,
say it weird.
Maybe that was on purpose, because I know a lot of singers will, like, put hidden messages in, like, their songs in various ways.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they just sing it in a very weird way, and you wouldn't know unless you looked up the lyrics.
Yeah, they say it really, like, spaced out and shit. It was like, are you mine tomorrow? And I don't know what it is.
Huh.
It was just, like, to hold? To have and to hold?
To have and to hold. That's funny.
You know, that was just something I noticed because I was bored. I spent most of the weekend working, so nothing much else happened, and that was, like, the only thing I noticed that happened this week.
That's fair.
I did have a dream last night, but it was, like, really weird.
I mean,
Dream time.
all dreams are kind of weird, like, in some way, shape, or form, right?
If you have a normal dream, it's weird.
Yeah, like, there's no such
Dreams
thing as
are
a
weird.
linear dream.
It was kind of linear, though. It was
Really?
just, like, what happened that was weird.
Okay.
So, in this dream, my sister, brother, Kiwip, and I were all together at, like, Walmart. In this dream, we were all, like, 5 years younger than we are now.
Oh, wow.
So, like, you know, at this point, Kiwip just got her driver's license. And, you know,
That was 5 years ago?
approximately, like,
That's
16.
insane. We're
16?
not old, but I feel old.
Yeah, because, like, she took driver's training, so she got it pretty early. We waited till we were 18,
That's
right?
true, yeah.
But, yeah, so Kiwi had her license in the stream, and we took her parents' car to Walmart, specifically not the one next to us, specifically one, like, 15 minutes away. Like, we drove away for this for some reason.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she got her license, so she likes to drive, she liked to drive a little bit when she first got her license, so we went to the further one.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was like Black Friday or something because it was really packed, and I just noticed a lot of like sale signs everywhere. It was like really busy place, and we were all looking in like the clothes section for some reason. They still had a bunch of like Halloween stuff on sale, like a lot of it. It was almost like Spirit Halloween in that corner. And then next to it was like normal clothes.
Right.
There were these like tiny, like, they were like normal size t-shirt, but it was like folded up in a weird way that it was in a small cube.
What the?
Like a little box, but like it's like, I don't know, like a handheld
Origami?
Yeah, and it was just like really folded, really
Yeah.
small, which was really weird to me. You know, like collapsible cat tunnels.
Oh yeah, we have one of those.
So, you know, like the weird like plastic feeling, and then it also has like a metal ring that you can like collapse.
Yeah.
There was a t-shirt with long sleeves that the sleeves were made of like the collapsible
Oh my
cat
God,
stuff.
that sounds so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That sounds like something you'd see like at a fashion walk or whatever. Those
Yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah.
You could like collapse the sleeves and everything.
Yeah.
Or like,
really weird.
or like a Poppy Playtime like
Yeah.
cosplay or
Oh.
something.
Some weird shit like that. It looked really uncomfy.
Yeah.
Finally, we stumbled across this one, like, you know those like big little like rectangular, like it was like a rectangular prism, and there was like ropes on the side, and they usually use these things to hold like bouncy balls in.
Oh yeah.
Bouncy balls.
Yeah, like a bunch of like bouncy balls in it. They're
Oh,
just,
in
like,
a store, yes.
in the store.
Yeah.
I always wanted to just crawl in
forgot
one of
about
those
that.
as a kid.
So it was like one of those things, but
like a
it
net.
was holding a bunch of like crude T-shirts, like adult
Oh.
jokes and shit, and it was just like something you would like find at like a Spencer's or a Hot Topic
Yeah.
or something. And while us teenagers and my brother the child in this dream were standing by this thing, some 30-something-year-old looking dude with like
I'm already getting bad vibes.
length, like wavy blonde hair and round glasses, was, like, getting in our faces with, like, an uncannily big smile.
Oh,
like,
God.
are you guys lost? Are you all alone? Do you need help? Where are you parked? Yada, yada type shit.
No.
And
911, what's your emergency?
Kiwi and I just, like, look at each other, and she looks back and says, no, we're fine, we can handle ourselves, we live around the corner, our parents are waiting for us in the car.
Okay, yeah, good answer.
In my dream, it was crazy. But this guy is like, are you sure, are you sure, are you sure? And then some dude that recognized my siblings and I, because he's, like, my dad's friend or something, like, recognized the situation we were in and got in that dude's face and got him to, like, back off and shit. And then he and his girlfriend escorted us around the store. We were, like, looking at baked goods and shit.
Yeah.
I remember specifically looking at, like, a strawberry shortcake pie that I wanted to eat.
That's
so
crazy.
bad.
You have such vivid dreams.
Yeah, my dreams are so abstract.
I was in Walmart. It was slightly
so funny.
It was slightly different, but I was, like, so there, and I could see these, like, faces and shit, and it was, like, crazy. And then he walked us to our car afterwards and stuff, and we just drove home, and I, like, remember, like, seeing part of the drive home and kind of just, like, talking to Kiwi, like, that was weird. And my siblings are, like, sleeping in the back seat or something, and it's dark, and I'm, like, specifically imagining a specific road that we sat at the stop sign for. And I was just like, that was crazy. And then I woke up.
Oh my, dude, I was so scared that you're gonna be like, you looked in the rear view mirror.
Yeah,
or like
either
they're in the trunk or something, or they're following you. That I was so on edge.
I expected the guy, like, you said the guy in the who drove you home in the dream?
The guy that like walked us to the car.
I expected that he pulled off a mask and it was him the whole
freaky.
time.
Yeah, no,
my dreams would pull
ending.
that kind of thing because like I always have those thoughts. I'm very skeptical, but like I'm always anticipating the worst case scenario in my dreams.
Yes,
which is bad, right? Which is bad because we're lucid dreaming. Like that shit happens, and then it's scary, and it's like, and then I wake up and I'm like, thank God I don't live alone anymore.
That's so real with the like you're expecting the next thing to come. Now it's like, oh, now it's gonna come.
Yeah, right. Literally.
But I feel that when it's something I don't want, I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to see that now, and then I don't know how. It's not a super conscious thing, but it's like, oh, that's a monster. Fuck that. We're not dealing with that.
I mean, my intrusive thoughts like coming to life is kind of scary.
Yeah.
So
it's just don't think that. And then
right,
I
and
think
then you think about it even more.
Wipe it away.
Because even in my waking life, I have struggles just like ignoring, like getting
thoughts and stuff.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's still something that I'm trying to get used to, and so like especially in my dreams where I haven't like subconsciously gotten to the point where I can do that, and so like they come true. At least I have the power to wake up. I've never gotten trapped in a dream as far as I know. I mean, I've had sleep paralysis. That's different. That's a different story. But like I've never gotten trapped in a dream, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that was like really weird and goofy. I kind of vaguely remember like the girlfriend buying my brother an expensive hat for no reason. But like besides that, like I was just like
just random details, because why not?
Yeah.
Right, throw some things in there.
What's been going on with you, Robyn?
You know what? Just bouncing off of that, I have a dream. Just before I forget, because I will talk about updates, but so this dream, I don't remember exactly when I like first became like conscious enough to remember the dream, but I was at work, and so I was at work, and like through the window, I work. I mentioned this before. I work at a college campus, so I like looked outside the window, and like I see these like birds. I think they were ravens, because I remember we were talking about ravens recently.
Oh yeah.
So I remember there were ravens, and they were doing like mating dances. Which is weird because I don't think they do that. I don't that's like birds of paradise. I don't think that's like these birds. But there were 5 of them. So 2 of them were doing the mating dances to each other, and then there was like one cuck in the middle. I was like just watching them.
Oh my goodness.
And so they just do, and I'm like trying to pull my phone out and record these things, and then all of a sudden, my roommate just appears behind me, which she doesn't work with me, so I don't know how she got there. And then she's like, we have to do some stuff. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, look at these birds. And she's like, nah, we're not talking about that. We need to go we need to go to Trader Joe's or something. And so we leave to go to Trader Joe's. And as I was leaving, like, my boss, like, pulls me to the side. He's like, hey, Robyn, you don't have to come in tomorrow where the whole campus is closing because there was a horse in the hallway, hauling a truck inside.
Sorry.
Inside the campus. I have so many questions. No context at all. I'm like, okay, and then I wake up. So I don't know why there's a horse inside the building. Why a horse is hauling a truck. The truck can't drive itself. Why is there a truck inside the building? So many questions. And then I just woke up. It was just insane.
Your dream showed you all of those things and then refused to elaborate.
Literally. My brain just couldn't come up with any, like, reasonable explanation for it. So it was like, okay, just wake up. That was so weird. And, like, it's just so funny. But, I guess just bouncing off of that, I could talk about my day today because I worked today, as we usually do on our podcast recordings. And, okay, so today was kind of crazy because we had, like, a ton of catering. We had, like, 2 catering orders that I actually worked on, and one was, like, a Friendsgiving thing, so we had to prepare, like, turkey and ham and pies and all this stuff. And that was for like 160 people, which is a lot of people. And then there was another order where it was like a baked potato bar, right? And so the first catering order, like, I mean, I only joined in a little bit later, but I had to like take pies out of the boxes, and there were I kid you not, like 10 apple and 10 pumpkin pies, like full-on pies with 8 slices each, so that's 160 slices. I did the math in my head while I was working, because I was like, I need to remember to talk about this on the podcast, because there were so many pies for no reason. And apparently less students showed up, so like half the students showed up, so afterwards there were so many freaking pies left over, like,
oh my god.
And I was like, are we gonna take them home? Because we often take home a lot of the catering things, but I think we're saving them for another meal or whatever, for another catering order. But I was tasked with like moving the pies, like pushing them, because we had to travel across the campus, and I had them all on a speed rack, and I had to like push them outside, and it was really cold and stuff. And I got to a point where I was pushing it, and we were going uphill, and the pavement was cracked, and almost I was like inches away, like seconds away from like all 20 pies just flat on the floor, like concrete.
God.
I stopped it before it happened, but I was like, I did that thing where like I kind of screamed, but I stopped myself halfway through because like I scream unintentionally, and then my brain catches up and is like, don't fucking scream, because there were a lot of people around me, and so I was like, don't scream. And then the catering lady like put her cart down and like came over and helped me, so it was fine, but like that was scary. But yeah, so
that's too many pies.
That is so many pies. And for what? Are they throwing them at each other? Like
just wasting
key lime
food.
pies. But yeah, like I mean that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, and my boss was like low key passive aggressive to me while I was leaving.
Oh, no.
That was weird because I was really exhausted afterwards because I had spent the entire day, like first half of the day, literally like I was running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I was just running back and forth doing things, and I was mentally exhausted, and I was trying to catch up, and it was relatively slow, but like my boss had left a ton of things on the grill, and he didn't clean it off. And I didn't want to clean it off because I didn't want to touch his stuff, so I didn't know if he was still using it. And so it took until after my break for him to do it, to take it off, and I was already cleaning other things, and I wanted to leave. Like, I wanted to leave as soon as possible. And then so he was like, Robyn, just to make sure when it's slow to clean up, pick things up while it's slow, like I was a freaking child. Like, I get it. Like, I understand I didn't do it today, but I do it every day. I get it, man, but like also it's your fault. They were freaking there.
that kind of reminder, I guess it could be worse, but that reminds me of a manager that we had at one point. Actually, I don't know if you were there at the time, Jolly. I think you were for a little bit. I don't know, but it's not fun.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he was having a bad day. He wasn't being, mean about it. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt just because this is going to go online, and not that I think that he's going to find out and fire me, but, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt of where he might have just been really stressed and he didn't mean it like that, which is fair. I don't really, but I was, my brain does this thing where, if an awkward interaction happens or if something annoys me, then I really meddle on it. I really, I think about, talking about the scenario and, yeah. So, yeah. Well, that was today. I did kind of briefly go over it, but I've been playing a lot of Persona 5. I listened to Trash Taste a lot, which is another podcast, very funny podcast, and they were talking about visual novels, and because they're big anime fans, and they praise Persona 5 a lot, and I was like, because I bought it when it was on sale on Steam a year ago, and so I finally installed it and I started playing it. I was like, oh, it's actually kind of fun. Okay, I'm into it. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of that. Oh, right before this, I was showing Jolly in question an animatic of Miku. Hatsune Miku and SpongeBob, somebody that I used to know, and then the next one that was Hot and Cold, and I was showing them because it was so funny because they it was I don't know if it was, I hope it's not AI. I'm sure it was similar to Miku where
SpongeBob Vocaloid.
Yeah, like a Vocaloid. I mean, technically not Vocaloid because Vocaloid is copyrighted, but the equivalent of that. Yeah, I don't know what the the
off-brand Vocaloid.
Right. Yeah, whatever the public access one is. But yeah, so they were singing it, and I was looking at the comments, and they were like, "Mordetwai could never," and then I was like, "Question: were you online when Mordetwai was going on?" And he was like, "What is Mordetwai?"
Yeah.
So now we have to explain who was Mordetwai.
So we stopped the conversation and hit record.
Yeah, literally, we're like, we
Mordetwai?
have to talk about this. Dude, do you know the meme? Could we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars?
That's a song lyric.
It is a song lyric. Okay, you explain, Jolly.
Okay, so that song memed on heavily.
Okay.
Rightfully so. It's a little goofy, but we love it. Have you heard of Regular Show?
Oh, yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, with the Blue Jay
It's
and
got,
raccoon.
it's got a bunch
Yeah.
of goofy.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Mordecai, he's a character on Regular Show. And
He's a Blue Jay guy.
He's a Blue Jay guy.
Mm.
And then Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony.
Oh.
Okay.
The purple one.
Okay.
The purple
yeah.
pony with the unicorn horn. So they were crack shipped together. And hold on, we have to pull up the meme though.
Yeah, the original art. This person's like 30 now or something. When they were a kid, they drew this fan art, and it's pretty old now, but it was a huge meme. And it was captioned what if we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are shooting stars?
Mm-hmm.
And it's both of them wistfully looking off into the distance.
So basically, this image got passed around the internet a lot.
What the hell?
It's so funny. And because people genuinely shipped them. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but people genuinely shipped them. And
why
that
is
became
that
a meme.
neck so long?
I don't know.
Don't shame the artists.
I mean, they were literally 11, so
Yeah, they were.
I think.
Put some of that neck height into the unicorn horn. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, it was really funny. And so Mordetwai could never, because they were the couple that could. They were the on and off relationship where they love each other, but they wistfully are no, we can't be together.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're from different universes
And then
as well.
Other people also
my
made
God.
their own renditions. So,
Yeah.
different animation, quality and stuff. Somebody even made an animation.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Oh,
It just got super big.
It's really good.
It's so funny. I love it.
Mordecai?
Mordecai.
So Mord, Twilight, Mordecai.
Okay, Mordecai.
Mordecai. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce. I didn't even spell it when I wrote it down.
There's cosplays of it too.
Dude, I'm not surprised.
I love that. That's so funny. Oh my god.
It's funny because I haven't seen regular show, but I don't think that...
I watched a lot of regular show.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think that they would be together. Because...
Mordecai has had, like, a lot of girlfriends in the show. Like, 2 or 3.
I do know that there was, like...
girlfriends on the show.
There was, like, another bird that they were, like, constantly on a will they, won't they.
Like, Margaret. And then there was, like, this cloud girl. And then there was just, like, a couple other, like, fling things.
Yeah.
That happened throughout the show.
I just feel like they wouldn't get together.
What is this?
He's bad at relationships.
What is the show about?
Okay, so it's basically regular show. You have like Mordecai and Rigby, and they work at a park, right?
Okay.
Owned by this like rich guy.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, so they live at the park. So the job comes with a living space, and they're like they suck at their job. They're slacking off all the time. Their boss Benson always threatens to like fire them, but then they like, you know, come through in the end usually so that they don't lose their fucking living space in their job. Mm-hmm. But they don't want to be there. They just aren't qualified to work anywhere else. And you know, they're best friends and shit. And you know, they it's just like, it's kind of...
It's like a slice of life.
It's kind of slice of lifey.
Like cartoons are.
And then there's every once in a while there's like a super insane like action, fantasy, like crazy stuff going on. Well, you know, it's already like kind of a fantasy in and of itself because they're all like half of them are animals and half of them are just people.
I guess it kind of reminds me of Gravity Falls in a way. Gravity Falls obviously has more of a mystery element to it, but like a lot of the episodes are really lighthearted, and then they'll throw in like a really like deep emotional episode every once in a while.
I feel like something about the regular show doesn't feel made for kids.
I was gonna ask, is this a kids show?
It's Cartoon Network, isn't it?
I think it's Cartoon Network. I think the producers and creators have worked on other adult shows.
Okay, I see. Because
I don't know for sure, but I think some of the Rick and Morty production team is on it.
That sounds familiar. Like that sounds like that would make sense.
I feel like we just need to sit down and watch regular show out of context because it is insane, even with context. Because there's just they speak to gods sometimes. It's like really funny.
Are you there, God?
I was gonna say
that. No way! That's awesome. That's funny.
It was a crazy show.
Yeah, I never watch it, but I've seen like clips and stuff. I've seen like a video essay on like how Margaret should have been a better character, which is fair. I would argue that a lot of female characters should have been better characters.
Exactly.
It annoys me whenever like a female character is introduced as like the love interest of this character, and then they have like little to no personality. Yeah, outside of the love interest and like a couple hobbies and a job or whatever. Like that's always annoyed me because it's like, first of all, it would have made for a way more interesting show to have dynamic characters in general. And then also, guys, come on, it's not that difficult to get representation for women. Like, we're literally, like, more than half the population at this point.
I'm pretty sure the only, like, female characters I remember in that show are just all love interests of the main characters, I'm pretty sure.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, just friends? Come on, guys.
Eileen's kind of cool. Well, you know, they've had a lot of, like... Eileen and Rigby were, like, the other couple. Yeah. And they were, like... I don't know, Rigby did not like her for, like, the longest time. And then eventually they got together later on. But, I don't know, I feel like a lot of Mordecai's relationships were, like, always, like, on and off and, like... He fucked up, so then, like, she left him and, like, all that stuff. And it was just, like, some of those topics just seemed, like, really insane for, like, a kid's show. But it was definitely, like, a teenager show, I feel like.
Yeah, like, teenager, preteen, probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were a lot of edgy kids that were like, oh, this is my show.
I watch regular show because I'm pretty non-regular.
Non-regular. There were kids in middle school that were flexing that they watched Rick and Morty. They were like, I watch Rick and Morty. Like, okay, dude.
I'm very smart.
I'm very smart.
I feel like
I laugh at pee pee poo poo jokes.
I have a high IQ.
I feel like flexing that you will watch a show like defeats the purpose.
Yeah, immediately
of
makes you
watching a
less
show.
cool. Yeah.
Like, just watch the show.
Yeah, just
I
enjoy
watch Rick
it.
and Morty.
Oh my god, I'm so much better than you because I watch this show and you watch that
Like,
show.
you're watching
It's
it for the
just like,
clout.
No, I watch the show because I enjoy watching the show.
What's
Hello?
wrong with that?
Oh my god. Yeah. Seriously. I don't know. Everybody, I don't know. Some people just, like, are a little crazy. It's fine.
Yeah, I have always been annoyed when people are like, ugh, you watch that show? Like, there are a lot of shows that
It's like, sue me.
I have this thing where, like, I can't watch some shows if I have, like, a prejudice against them, and that's, like...
That's your own issue.
It is,
Yeah.
I'm the one that's negatively impacted by it, because there are a lot of good shows that I'm just, like... Usually it's because there's a really, like, toxic fan base, and I'm like, I don't want to get into it because I'll always be thinking of that when I watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, there's a difference between being like, I'm not going to watch this show for my own sake just because I can't really get over it. There's a difference between that and then being like, you're gross or you're weird because you like this show.
You're gross.
Unless it's like a show that's like really problematic and this person who's watching it has like no media literacy, they're taking everything literally and they're literally like blah, blah, blah. Like
BoJack Horseman watchers sometimes.
Right, like, oh yeah.
Oh my god, I relate to BoJack.
That you're not supposed to. Okay, to an extent, you're supposed to relate to some things like depression
Or like the scene
alcoholism.
where he's in his own head and it's like a bunch
Yeah.
of post-it note scribbles and it's like he's overthinking it.
Yeah,
That
like,
seems like
that's
that's supposed to be a
fair.
relatable scene.
Right, yeah,
But
yeah.
then
They made them too relatable, and then people were like, we relate to them, and then the creators were like, no, you're not supposed to relate. And they made them even worse. Yeah.
People still said they related.
Yeah.
Oof.
Like,
yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna hold back because I don't want to spoil anything. You
It's a
should
good
watch
show.
watch BoJack Horseman. I watched it when I was jobless and going through a crisis, and it genuinely like helped me out. Like it like gave me something to look forward to every day, like waking up and watching BoJack. And
Interesting.
yeah, right. And because it's the thing is BoJack Horseman from. I mean, I really only know neurodivergent people, but like we've. Like my roommate, for example, has a very different opinion because she watched BoJack, and although she generally thinks it's a good show, she can't watch it if she's in a bad mood or else she will mentally spiral.
Yeah.
Whereas I like to watch it when I'm in a mentally bad place because it's a comfort show. So it's like hit or miss depending on like who you are and how you interpret it. The media, I mean, either way is perfectly valid. Like obviously, enjoy the media that you want to enjoy your way, I guess, as long as it's like ethical and everything. But yeah, it's just really interesting because it talks about a lot of crazy stuff. And so I understand how some people would be like, that's too real. Like, I want to watch a silly show. That's fair.
It's a show that I really thought, like, I kind of had your thing with the. I mean, not because of the. I don't know anything about fan bases often.
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention. I only know the memes, but I really thought I wasn't going to enjoy the show, and then you convinced me, and did so much work putting together the like disclaimers, like, oh, there's a sex scene coming up.
This timestamp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which, thank you very much for that.
Of course, yeah. I wanted. Well, it was kind of, it was of course for you. Then also a self-indulging part where like I wanted you to see it.
It's a
I
good
wanted
show.
to bond over it. Yeah, it's a really good show.
It was shocking. I really enjoyed it.
What specifically was like made it so that you were like, I want to watch that? Like, what did I say? Anything in particular?
I think you just kind of like chipped away at my resistance against it. Like, I know you say question that it's that you don't really. I think you'll like it, and then I did. I really enjoyed it. I don't know if there was a specific one. I mean, I was watching it with you guys.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
There was always that.
That's true.
Worst case scenario. I've been told when the scenes are coming up that I need to avert my eyes.
Yeah.
And I'm with my friends. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It was a fun time.
That's funny.
It was so sad when we watched the last episode here.
Yeah.
It was dumb.
Three episodes.
Last
I
few.
guess. Yeah. I love the ending, dude. The last 2 episodes give me chills every time. The second to last episode is my favorite. The View from Halfway Down. That's my dude. I get chills even saying the name. That episode is my favorite in the entire freaking series. I always like Breaking Bad's another one of my favorite shows. So like I go back and forth on my favorite one, but like that moment is like just thinking about my reaction the first time I watched it and the second time I watched it with you guys. It's just so visceral, like it's so real, and it made me cry. I cry pretty easy when it comes to like media and stuff, but like, dude, it was freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. Really, really well done.
It's a good show. Go watch it.
Go watch it.
If you're in a good headspace.
Yeah.
Or if you're in a bad headspace and you want to watch.
If you think that it'll help you, if you'll enjoy it. It's a really funny show. Because it's a comedy. It's like an anti-sitcom. That was the one thing going into BoJack that I actually had a misunderstanding of was that I thought that it was all like sadness, but it's a comedy. A lot of it is most of it's jokes. Yeah, right. And that's actually like the opposite effect that I had when I watched Breaking Bad, because I had only known it from the memes. So I thought that the show was funny, but it was just the memes that were funny. And I mean, they have like jokes here and there, but like Breaking Bad's mostly like, damn, bro, like that's crazy. Either it's like really violent scenes or really emotional scenes or really like, oh my god, what is happening scenes. And they throw a few funny things here and there, but it's like it's a very different vibe from BoJack, even though they're both adult shows that are Netflix originals. Which is funny to admit that my two favorite shows are Netflix originals. I don't stand Netflix, but it's just
sometimes they give you some gems.
They have a few good shows that are so great, then they cancel them, and also there's a sea of trash on the platform.
Yeah, they make so much trash. I've been meaning to watch Stranger Things. I haven't seen it yet. That's another Netflix original.
Maybe stick to the first few seasons and then just not continue. It kind of fell off.
Yeah, maybe.
They're going to be finishing it soon, I believe.
That's what I heard. The final season's coming out soon.
I'm probably going to be forced to watch it with my family because there are Stranger Things.
I'll watch it just to get like the closure of finishing a show, I think. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed the first couple seasons a bit more. I don't think the later seasons were bad per se. It was just like a different vibe for me.
That's fair. I wonder, did they like change a director or a writer? Do they switch things up? I mean, Netflix has a habit of fumbling the last few seasons of a show.
I don't. I feel like when they started the show, they had an idea in mind, and then as the show went on, they changed their mind.
Oh, I hate that. See, that's the thing, like, when you write stories, you need to know the ending. And, like, sure, like, you might want to switch some things up here and there, but, like, switching the ending the last second's, like, is the fastest way to, like, I don't want to say ruin, but, like, pretty, like, corrupt your previous work.
It's kind of one of those shows where they, like, solve a problem within the season, and then they, like, hint to a new problem happening next season. So, it's, like, each season they're dealing with something, like, different, and then it's, like... Yeah.
How do you up the stakes from the previous season?
How do you up the stakes?
Yeah, that's the big question.
Yeah.
I think a lot of shows, when they're doing that, I think they take things a little too literally. Like, how do we up the stakes to the next big bad? Like... Maybe you can have a change in direction. Maybe the next big bad is everybody just being depressed and, like, trying to get over it or something.
Internal conflicts, yeah.
Right, yeah. There are different types of conflict other than man versus ethereal being. Yeah, right.
I
think that's the name of the bad guy. God.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's very D&D based. A lot of stuff is inspired by D&D. They're also the main group are D&D players. But they don't
like
play
in the in the show or outside
the characters.
Of the show? Okay.
The characters are the first scene of the first season is like them playing D&D in their basement.
Oh, cute.
And that's just how the show starts, is them playing D&D together, and the kid going home. They're all going home on their bikes in the middle of the night.
That's like this classic.
Wave.
I think of that and like It also, that they're all riding bikes and stuff. And they have like the same 80s actors, and like one of the kids is like the same actor in the
what's his name? Finn Wolfhard. He's Richie in It and Mike in Stranger Things.
I've seen It. I have seen
think I have.
I don't know if I've seen part 2. I'm sure I've seen part 2. It's
scary. I'm scared.
It is scary. See, okay, the thing is I don't like gore. And there's a lot of gore.
Oh.
Like I like psychological thrillers, but I don't like gore. It's annoying. I remember we watched it with Kiwi. I don't know if you were there, but we watched it with Kiwi at one of our other friends' house, and I don't know why we chose that movie in particular. Like, I feel like it kind of excluded her. She literally had it like she was under the covers, like watching it. Watching like her phone, like rather than the actual podcast. Hello? Sorry, I was thinking about being in the podcast. Watching the show movie, and like the one time that she poked her head out was like the little meme where Pennywise does the little foot thing. Yeah, the little dance, the little jig. That's
a good meme.
It is a good meme.
Just staring intensely at the camera.
So, for our good thing in the world right now, this happened today. Heart transplant survivor has the best day ever as traveling fan of Carolina, meeting Panther's legend. So, okay, I realized that I don't know if it was written weird or if I said it weird, but basically a cancer survivor went to their favorite game, like their favorite, I'm assuming football game. Yeah, so... Yay. Yeah, from a chilly Green Bay comes a heart-melting story by a Charlotte, where a heart transplant survivor had the day of his life as a traveling fan for his beloved Carolina Panthers. Bryson Shoop, apologize if I am pronouncing that wrong, was born with a congenital heart defect.
Congenital?
I don't know how to pronounce
Congenital.
it. Okay, my bad, jeez.
Congenital.
And 8 years ago required open heart surgery to survive. At Atrium Health Levine Children's Hospital, he lay in the pre-transplant ward next to another boy named TJ Olsen. TJ is the son of a famous retired tight end for the Panthers, Greg Olsen, and while the sportscaster was visiting his son, he created a lasting friendship with young Bryson as well. It birthed a deep love for Panthers football and a bond that wasn't to be forgotten. Bryson successfully underwent and recovered from the surgery, and 8 years later had the incredible opportunity to travel back to Green Bay to watch his Panthers as they engineered a surprise victory over the Packers. Football terms,
I don't know.
I don't know who these people are, who these
happening.
teams are. Bryson got VIP treatment, and along with visiting the cockpit on his first ever flight out of Charlotte, was invited down to the field where he got to watch pre-game warm-ups and chat with the quarterback, all while wearing a personalized set of fan gear, including a jersey with his name on the back, signed by the team.
Mm-hmm.
Then Bryson took a trip down to the media deck where he reunited with Olsen, who gave him a big bear hug and asked, "How good is this? How's this for a day?" And there's a photo. It's really cute.
Oh.
That's awesome, though.
Yay!
Yes. Frick yeah to people, like, living the dream. And especially somebody who's gone through something as crazy as that.
Yeah. Heart transplants are fascinating to me. I don't know much about them, but that it's even possible is so cool and terrifying.
Yeah. Right.
He's just living it up.
Right. And, you know, it's not like it's the 80s anymore, and it's like but it's still a risky procedure.
Yeah.
Like, you're still dealing with a vital organ, you know? Like...
Scary.
It is scary.
Yeah.
Props to this kid, who is now an adult, but props to these people, and props to the surgeons out there.
Yeah.
Also. And nurses. Like, slay, guys.
Slay.
People who work in the health industry. You guys are running this country.
Slaying it.
Hell yeah. Okay, so next thing is random questions. So this is actually our last segment because I also have dreams written down as a segment, but we already talked about dreams. So our last segment, so we can yap our hearts out about this one. I forgot to get a random number generator again, so I'm just going to pick a random one. Okay, some of these questions, sorry, I'm a little picky. Some of these ones, I'm picking and choosing some of the ones that probably wouldn't be a great conversation. What are some things that you've had to unlearn?
Ooh, to unlearn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Like habits that you had that you had to break.
I'm doing it right now with this updating crap.
Oh, yeah?
With Better Survival, yeah, there's like You know what? I'll go back further in time. So the whole reason that this thing, I guess I won't go back in time just yet. The whole reason this thing sucks for me is because they changed a lot of the syntax for a lot of the commands and like the data, the custom NBT data, and also just like general structure. I don't know if I'm using the right terms. I'm just a novice coder over here. But they've done that once before when updating 1.13, the aquatic update. And I was like considering staying in 1.12, like, oh, it's fine, it's good enough, which is crazy now looking back on it.
Yeah.
But then I learned that there was either team colors or team prefixes that I was like, I can make ranks, I can make server ranks. I was like, I have to update. But I had to unlearn all the things that wasn't matched at that time, but that I had learned and learned the new stuff. So I'm doing that again. It's very unfun.
Yeah.
But that's a good example for me.
Yeah. Do you have one?
I can't think of one. Unlearning something.
I have one if you want to think about yours.
Okay.
My parents, very different from me now. They had a lot of beliefs that were very, como se dice, problematic. A quick tip, or quick note, if you are in my family, don't listen to this podcast, I promise, unless you're my siblings or like my cousin, don't listen to this, because I promise you will not hear good things. You'll hear the truth, that's what you'll hear. The truth comes out on Anxiety Podcast.
That's the title of the episode.
Yeah, truth comes
in the last 15 minutes.
The clickbait.
The truth comes out.
That'd be crazy. Does Bruno Mars is gay? So.
Does he though?
Does? Oh my god. Anyway, my parents were pretty problematic. My whole family, not whole family, but a large majority of my family. A lot of things I had to unlearn, like certain biases and certain behaviors and certain presumptions of certain people. For example, I have ADHD. And I had a, I don't know, bias, if that's the right word, it wasn't quite a discrimination, but like an assumption of people, presumption, I guess, of people who were neurotypical. Because of also what I've seen on the media, like terrible shows that have terrible representation.
Oh, neurodivergent, you said neurotypical.
Oh, sorry, neurodivergency, that's what I meant. But yeah, like really bad representation of people with autism or ADHD or whatever. And I was like, what the heck? And my parents were like, this is different and weird. And I was like, what? And then I grew up, and then I had empathy.
And then I grew
and
up.
understanding. And I learned that I have ADHD and show some autistic traits. So it's something that I had to unlearn, was those biases, and learning and actually talking to people and understanding people and being like, oh, okay, so my parents were 100% wrong. And there were a lot of things that I could go, that I had to unlearn. I'm very different and also very similar from the person I was a few years ago. I've done a lot of mental changes, but, some of my traits stay the same. But yeah, that's like one of the big ones, is like having to unlearn a lot of the toxic stuff that like my parents like spouted and stuff. Yeah, that's probably a big one for me.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's way harder than mine.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, because mood for the most part.
Yeah, right?
Except my parents kind of had a little bit of prejudice against gay and trans people. So then I only knew what I knew from them. And then I got older and I got the internet, and I was just like, so everybody in the world says my parents are wrong, and they've been wrong about other stuff, so I think I'm going to believe the world.
Right. I'm going to leave this one to them.
To science classes, biology classes, I'm listening to people who are trans, who are gay, who have these experiences, and I'm just like, wow, my parents are just stupid.
Right. Literally. That's what it feels like. It's like an eye-awakening moment.
No, they told me this thing, but they're wrong. That's not how that works. They think that's how it works, but that's not how it works. And I've since educated myself in a lot of things. I've taken college courses in LGBTQ plus studies and stuff. Like, I literally spent so much of my time getting educated, realizing I'm bisexual and all that stuff, and I use she they pronouns and stuff. My parents would never get it. To this day, my dad is well, my mom hasn't made any comments in a while.
That's crazy. No comment from mother.
No.
Damn, bro, you're the only one that can make that joke.
Yeah.
my dad, like, last month or so made a really homophobic, biphobic comment
Jesus
to me.
Christ.
And I don't know, I was literally, it was the first time I'd seen him in weeks, because I try to keep low to no contact with him because I don't like talking to him.
Yeah.
But my sister was getting a root canal or something, or a tooth removed or whatever, and thought she needed him for something. But she's an adult, so she ended up not needing him. But she thought he'd need him for something. He served no purpose whatsoever. And I was forced...
What was the liability?
I was forced to be alone with him for 2 or 3 hours because she decided to invite him. So, she's getting the operation done. I'm alone with him in the waiting room, and then, he's with me as we're... And then, when the operation's over, my sister's doped up from laughing gas, so she's not even conscious for the second half of the drive home, and we're getting in the car. I'm driving her car, and I'm taking him home. He's being too distracting. But yeah, while we were waiting for my sister to get out of the operation, he held the door for me and then made some biphobic comment, and I was just get in the car.
Get in the car.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Get in the fucking car.
Yeah.
It was the most frustrating day ever because I was literally parenting him.
Oh God.
It was
I hate that. That's older sister syndrome.
Yeah, it was just I was babysitting a rich person's child that is spoiled or something, and then never got told no or something, and I was just get in the car. No, I don't. No, we're not doing it. Shut up. Quiet down.
Yeah.
You are talking way too much. You're distracting me. I'm driving.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was so crazy. I didn't realize how homophobic he was until I was older and realized he just said homophobic shit all the time.
That's so that reminds me, so I was talking to my mom at some point. I haven't spoken to her in a while, but it was a year ago or something, and we were she was driving somewhere, and the topic came up of somebody in my family who had identified as aromantic, and for context, I am aromantic asexual, so I relate to them in a way where I can be oh yeah, for sure, I understand your struggles for some things, and my mom, when this conversation was brought up, 'cause she knew about it, her comment when I brought it up, she was that's really dangerous. Aromanticism is very dangerous. Hello?
Dangerous.
I understand where she's coming. I don't understand. I get the point that she was trying to make was that the assumption that aromantic people just have a ton of sex and that's it. When that's 100% not the truth. I'm sure that there are plenty of aromantic people that have a lot of sex and that's good for them, if it's consensual, but
that's not that's not standard. That's not what it means.
That's a crazy
necessarily.
Yeah, exactly. I was Mom, do you know who you're talking? Do you know who I am?
Do you know your audience?
I get it. I'm also
audience.
Right, literally. You're not preaching to the choir right now, girl. Whatever the opposite of that is. Preaching to the dirt. Come on, guys.
You were talking to a wall right now.
Literally.
I am disengaging.
The meme of the guy yapping to the brick wall, dude. That's literally what my conversations with her were all the time. She would just talk, and I'd be are you insane? Dude, ugh.
Do you think I'm agreeing?
Literally, I literally was okay, I was first of all, what do you mean by that? I was please clarify, because if you are misrepresenting what you're saying, then I don't want to attack you for...
Let me make sure I understand how wrong you are.
Yeah, and she was 100% wrong. And I was yeah, Mom, that is not true. Yeah, and even if it...
And not okay to say.
Exactly. And even if he was having a lot of sex, for example. First of all, why is that your business? Okay. Second of all,
It's not.
Yeah.
Second of all, just saying it's dangerous and just leaving it at that is also a crazy assumption to make. I don't know. It's just like crazy to me. Just this whole man.
Whenever you guys talk about your parenthood situation,
because you have great parents.
I have great parents. I feel so lucky.
Yeah.
I need to show more. Hey, you know what? I did show more appreciation. I have been recently. I'm doing more household chores. I'm
That's awesome.
I'm doing it.
Big boy.
I'm doing it.
Yay, you can do it.
I can do
it.
Yeah. I mean, I've just never been. First, that's a tangent for another.
Yeah,
day.
right.
We don't have to go into that, but yeah, I'm very appreciative of them. They're just great. Hey guys, if you're listening to this, hi mom, hi dad, love you guys.
Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Question.
I thought you were gonna say.
No, I thought it in my brain and then I auto corrected it. I auto filled it. But yeah.
We appreciate you too.
Yes, please adopt us. Please save us. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, we've been getting a little too comfortable going over your house sometimes. Like, oh my god, this is great.
It's been a while since you guys.
We need to go over again. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
we just
obviously
been
we want
coming
to
here.
invite ourselves over, obviously, but
yeah, I want you guys over more. I mean, my mom is more than happy to have you. She has talked about it a few times. Like, oh, are they gonna come over to you?
oh, that is so nice.
She's like, no, we're going there.
I want to see your mom again and your dad. I was just like, I don't want to leave it at your mom and exclude your dad, you know,
They're both
and your
great.
sister
They're
and
equally
everybody,
great.
and your cats,
especially the cats.
especially the cats,
kitties.
kitty cats. But yeah, so yeah, we should totally come over sometime.
Heck yeah.
For sure, preferably on a day that I don't work
Yes.
the next day, because that way I don't have to worry about leaving really early and waking up the next day. Because it's a drive. It's not that long of a drive, but
it's a drive.
It's a drive. And I just prefer not to do that if I have to wake up early. So, yeah, but, I mean, that's about time.
Yeah.
So, I guess, a sneak peek into our next episode, we are doing Mad Libs.
Yeah.
So, if you remember that, back when we were kids... I don't know.
Back in the day.
They've been around for a while. I know that they've been around when my dad was a kid. But the little things where like you would fill in like pick an adjective and pick a noun, and then they'd make a story out of it, and it's silly and out of context.
I think people know what Mad Libs
Okay, well,
are.
some people don't. I don't know.
Are you right?
Apparently,
You're right.
Mad Libs is like the copyrighted version.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But the thing
What
is,
are they called?
Ad libs, I think.
word libs is
Word
what,
libs.
because that's you have the copyrighted version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the website's called Word Libs, but the little tab at the top of my computer says Mad Libs Online. So I don't know which one's which, but yeah. So if you're interested in that, tune in for next episode. If you enjoyed our discussions, feel free to like and subscribe, or do whatever form of support the other platforms have. And stay tuned for our next episode coming out next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.